Well, you know, if there's anything that Cornell is known for, Cornell Farms in Beaverton, it is the beautiful containers you do. And I'm here with Debbie, and we're going to be talking about a different kind of container, which are terrariums.
Yes.
So let's do a little clarification right up front.
Okay.
First of all, there's a specific thing that you call a terrarium.
Right.
So what is that?
That would be a completely enclosed environment.
Like
usually,
these right here in front of us.
Correct. You know, so where there's a top, a lid, could be a jar with a lid, you know, anything that's just completely enclosed.
I know our producers used to have the big round ball from the 70s that was acrylic that had the cork in the top, but you don't have any of those at Cornell Farms. But so it's anything that really is like a self-contained little atmosphere.
Correct, for the true terrarium. But then there's also modifications of that that are along the same lines, where this is 3/4 enclosed and still contains a lot of the moisture, so it doesn't escape, and so the watering is much lower.
And really, you even have like beautiful glass jars that are completely open on top.
Yes.
But the same process would happen. There'd be a containing of the atmosphere a little bit in there.
Yes, that's right.
So once you decide which way you want to go with this, I would assume the first steps would be some kind of a soil to plant the plants in.
Right, yes. So we've layered these. They need a special condition on the bottom, not unlike other containers that you would pot, for drainage, because it's really so self-contained. The watering, it waters on top of itself because of the moisture.
Sure.
So the drainage is really important. And what we did in this container is we lined it with some decorative rock on the bottom, which could be any color. There's lots of different colors
over there.
Red or whatever.
And let's show them here, Deb, why that is, because you would actually end up seeing the rocks on the bottom of the container, and that would just add some nice color or something.
Yeah, it's another decorative accent in the home. You could really layer this quite a bit. And the bigger the container, the more you could show the coloring of whatever accents.
Go up the sides a little bit or something like that.
But even, you know, glass marbles can be fun too.
Really beautiful. Now, once you get that down, there's kind of a step that I think some people might miss, which is the charcoal.
Right. Charcoal is really important. After you put the gravel in, then you would want to have charcoal. It doesn't have to be a thick layer, but what it does is it extracts the fumes from the decomposing matter. And in the, because you're really so contained in here, things are going to
grow
naturally
and set off. That should do what plants do.
Right.
And, you know, charcoal filters. That's what it does. So
exactly.
that would make sense. And then you would add, I would assume, a really good draining soil like cactus mix or
Yes,
something.
that's what we chose for this. The cactus mix has sand in it, so it has super drainage, and that's really what this is all about. You need perfect drainage in this container.
So you get the container, you get the soil and the gravel, everything in place. Then comes the fun part, I think, and that's the plants.
Right.
And again, there is a couple of guidelines that you want to follow. Let's go over what those guidelines would be.
Well, you don't want to get anything that's too large, because this is a quite small container.
Sure.
So you need plants that are going to stay small. And so we have a collection right here. And so ivy is probably going to be a little too vigorous for this container, even if you planted it at the edge and it kind of draped all around, which it could do.
You'd eventually just be pruning constantly.
Yes, right. So trying to choose plants that are going to stay short and small is going to be really important. So I selected out of this grouping for color the
beautiful little polka dot plants.
Polka dot plants, the pink ones, and then there's a couple colors of Selaganella, which is a wonderful little sort of moss-like plant. And personally, my favorite is this one, but I wasn't sure if it went with this so well, but I like the way it brightens it up, so I was going to do it anyway.
Well, you know, it's your terrarium. You can do what you want. And then I'm assuming, much like planting anything else, you just take them out of the pots, stick them in there where you want to.
That's right. So we'll just do that right now. So always squeeze it so it doesn't rip the roots out. Nicely rooted in here, not root bound. And then we're just going to place this in here wherever we really want it to be. And it is important to know that you're not going to fertilize this.
Yeah, because you don't want them growing fast.
That's right.
Well, you know, while Debbie finishes up this terrarium, I wanted to tell you all that anything is daunting at first. And I know for me, the first time I did a terrarium, I was afraid, would I get the right plants? You know, we certainly encourage you to come out to Cornell Farms, talk to them about it, because they have a wonderful selection of terrariums. And Deb, it's always fun coming out here and seeing what new stuff you guys are putting together.
Thank you so much, William.
Thank
Glad to have
you.
you come. Thank you.